In this video, I want to make it clear which topics are better to avoid bringing up on a date with a woman. If you have the skill to keep a conversation going on any topic, that will work to your advantage. And most likely, with that ability, you'll have many more women in your life. However, there are some topics that are better never to start. Let's try to figure out when silence is golden. First, you shouldn't pour out all your psychological problems to her. Remember, a woman is not your personal therapist, especially in the early stages of dating. Don't tell her about how you had no friends as a kid, how you were so poor and miserable, or how your parents treated you badly. If something is bothering you that much, it's genuinely better to see an actual psychologist and talk it out with them. But why tell a woman all this? There's absolutely no reason to show your weaknesses and present yourself as a loser on the very first date. If over time you end up falling for each other, start a relationship, and can talk about anything and everything, then by all means go ahead. But if you're seeing the woman for the first time, or you've only known her for like 3 days, you shouldn't dump all this on her. The second forbidden topic you shouldn't bring up on a first or even a second date is ex-girlfriends. For example, a woman might ask you a question that you naturally can't avoid. You can't just stay silent. You'll have to give her some kind of answer. She asks you, "So why did you break up with your last girlfriend?" You should answer like this. "Things were good between us, but we realized that in the long term we had very different priorities, so we decided to go our separate ways. Period. End of story." This shows that you didn't dodge the question, but you answered in a way that doesn't invite any further follow-up. Overall, you handled it smoothly and tactfully. If she then asks you about your priorities, go ahead and tell her. I'm sure you have some. And look, never ever think about saying nasty things about your ex, how she betrayed you, how awful she was, or anything along those lines. And likewise, if a woman speaks badly about her ex, that's a red flag for you. It's a sign that if she ever breaks up with you, she'll likely say the same things about you to her next partner. Remember that, by the way. So, as we can see, the unvarnished truth isn't always flattering, even if your ex did something really nasty to you. And third, you shouldn't talk about inappropriate long-term plans with a woman you barely know. For example, if you've invited a woman on a third date, you're sitting in a cafe having coffee, suggesting you spend New Year's Eve together would be really foolish. I mean, it's still summer, what New Year's? You're inviting her 6 months in advance. Naturally, this will put her in an awkward position, and you'll come across as a lovesick fool who's already lost his head over her. Again, as I've said in previous videos, don't show strong investment in her on dates. Always stay cool and maintain the mindset that if things don't work out with this girl, you have hundreds of thousands more just like her, or even better, waiting for you back home. To wrap up, I want to say this. Don't make yourself look bad. When it comes to exes, say nothing or just the bare minimum. Don't rush things, and don't show excessive interest. That is what's most important on a date.